Hello students, welcome to video lecture on virtual lab experiments in physics. I have developed number of virtual experiments for BSc Physics students. Some are from electronics, some are from general physics. I have used simple PowerPoint tool and Visual Basic for applications that is inbuilt in PowerPoint. In this video lecture, I am going to discuss velocity of sound by phase shift method. So let us go to that experiment. So here it is virtual lab, velocity of sound by phase shift method, and this is developed for BSc Physics and SY BSc Physics of Savitribai Phule Pune University. Now there are online practical examinations. Students have to perform online experiments. So this virtual lab will be useful for that students. So we'll go to actual experiment. Now we'll see what is aim, apparatus, formula, procedure and so on. So velocity of sound by phase shift method. What is aim of our experiment? Aim of our experiment, it is to determine velocity of sound in air by using phase shift method. Now apparatus required here: AF signal generator, audio amplifier, good quality speaker, sensitive microphone, CRO, meter scale, etc. Now formulae we are going to use here: velocity of sound V is equal to N into lambda, where N is frequency and lambda is wavelength. And we will take a number of readings, so we will get average velocity. So we can find standard deviation using this statistical formula. Sigma is equal to under root summation I is equal to 1 to n Vi minus V bar bracket square divided by n, where V bar is average velocity. Average velocity and n is number of readings. So here what is experimental setup? So this is experimental setup. This is function generator. It will generate sine wave signal of different frequencies. Now that signal it is given to amplifier. This is audio amplifier, and output of audio amplifier it is given to speaker. Here we are going to use horn unit. To see waveform of the input signal, we will connect output of function generator to X channel of CRO. So on CRO we will get that waveform. Now when we on function generator and amplifier, a speaker will emit sound of that frequency, whatever frequency N we set up here. And we know sound propagates in the form of waves in the air in that medium. So this is microphone, it is placed in front of speaker, and output of this microphone it is given to Y channel. So here on CRO you will get two waveforms. One is for input signal, another is for signal from microphone. Ideally both, if input is sine, whatever signal from microphone must be sine wave. And then vary this distance. So first move microphone in such a way that, suppose this is input signal on CRO, vary means change position of microphone in such a way that first waveform of microphone will match with waveform of fixed waveform. So peak to peak matching. Then move this microphone so that this green one will shift, and after certain movement this first peak this is second peak, here it is first peak, second peak. So this first peak will come here, second peak will go here, and so on. So when we shift from first peak to second peak, 2 pi phase shift, and corresponding distance is nothing but wavelength lambda. This is the simple procedure. So procedure is connect circuit diagram as shown in figure. Keep the microphone in front of speaker at certain distance. Set frequency 800 Hz on AF signal generator. Switch on the digital signal generator, amplifier and CRO. Move the microphone through suitable distance so that there is shift in wave over one complete cycle. Measure this distance and this is wavelength. Repeat the procedure for 4 other frequencies. Calculate velocity and standard deviation using given formulae. So this is simple procedure. So now we will go to so this practical can be performed in actual practice in laboratory. So every year students perform this practical in laboratory. Same setup I have used here in virtual lab. So I will go to virtual lab. Now here, so velocity of sound by phase shift method, this is virtual lab. So here instructions are given how to use the virtual lab. So go through the instructions and click next button. Click next button. So here this is setup. Now you will see here this is signal generator or function generator, this is amplifier, this is horn unit, this is microphone, this is CRO, and here meter scale is fixed, and here we give input to the amplifier, means here mic input. So this is wire from mic input. We have to connect signal generator here, and then to take that waveform on CRO, we have to connect X, this is X channel of CRO to this, and we have to connect microphone. So here this is wire of microphone, this black one, and here it is jack pin. So we will connect Y channel to microphone. Then using this slider, we can move microphone horizontally on the surface, and you can measure distance using this scale. Also you will get distance, calculated distance here. So before going, and here I have set 5 frequencies. If you click on button, here you will get 800 Hz signal, and you will get waveform of 800 Hz signal here on the CRO. You can off that sound, you can on 900, then you will get 900. To get microphone signal, you have to on the microphone, then you will get signal of microphone. So here you have to click start button first, then all buttons will work. So here you have to click start button, then you have to connect all the connections, then you have to on microphone and then set frequency, and then move slider. You will observe waveform shift in the CRO screen. So we will do that experiment now. So here I will click start button here. So now it is started. So see in the CRO screen, you will get 2 lines. One is for X channel, another is for Y channel. Now first we will connect signal generator to the amplifier. So signal generator, here it is connected. Now microphone is already connected to horn unit or speaker is already connected to amplifier. Now to measure means to see waveform of input signal, we have to connect X channel of CRO to this signal generator. So here we will take this. So here signal generator is connected. So signal generator, it is connected to amplifier as well as connected to CRO. Now see here, if we take here suppose 800 frequency, so you will get waveform. This is waveform for 800 Hertz frequency, and we are giving sine waveform. So of this, now we have to connect microphone. So here connect microphone button is given here. So Y channel is connected to that jack pin. Red crocodile pin is connected to that middle wire, and black is that is outside wire. Now if we on this, you will get waveform for input, but microphone waveform is not same. For that purpose you have to on the mic. So if we on the mic, see here there are two waveforms now. And what are that waveforms? They are sine waveforms. In actual practice, see here this waveform of larger amplitude, that is input waveform. Waveform of less amplitude, it is output waveform or waveform from microphone signal. Now if we see here, now this is the position at which these peaks match with each other. Now we have to shift. So microphone waveform will shift on the screen when we change the position of microphone. So we will change position of microphone using this slider. So see here, you will observe shift in waveform. So go on shifting. So here you can shift like this also. And when, so we will see 20.6, 21, 22 point something, 23, 24. On scale you can see that distance, and that distance appears here also. So here, so it must match with second peak. Now make fine adjustment using this. So peak will match with peak. So here 42.2 centimeter for 800 Hertz. So note down this reading, and off. Now take microphone at its initial position, and then on signal 900 Hertz. Now see, you will observe when frequency increases, wavelength decreases. You will observe that in CRO screen. Now go on moving this microphone. So waveform will shift. Now you have to adjust that waveform, means peak we have to shift by 2 pi, means one complete cycle. So adjust, fine adjustment. So it is more now. So this is 37.4. So note down that 37.4. Now off this. Now take microphone to its initial position, and now on this one, and then move this. So you must have 1 degree phase shift. So make fine adjustment, you will get 33.9. Okay, so note down this reading, then off this sound. Then we'll go to 1100 hertz. So you can move mic to its initial position. Now move this. So one complete cycle shift means 2 pi phase shift and 1 wavelength shift. So distance change, it is 1 wavelength change. So when we measure distance means we are measuring wavelength. So now it is so it is 31.1 centimeter. 31.1 centimeter. So now off this, move microphone to its position now, 0 position. Then we will take 1200 hertz signal. Now this is 1200 hertz signal. If you see signal, wavelength decreases. If you see in CRO screen, wavelength decreases. Now move microphone. Move microphone. So here 28.4. So note down that reading. So we got 5 readings. So this is simple virtual experiment. I have set it for 5 frequencies because there are some limitations of PowerPoint. So I cannot take variable frequencies. So I have taken fixed frequencies. But using these fixed frequencies, it works fine, and mathematically it is correct one. So now when you perform this experiment, finally reset so that you will get original conditions of that software. So this is about virtual experiment. Now we will go to calculations. Now this is table, observation table. We have taken 5 readings and we have set up 5 frequencies. Here first frequency, it is 800 hertz, second is 900 hertz, third is 1000 hertz, fourth is 1100 hertz, fifth is 1200 hertz. Now we have measured wavelengths in centimeter. We will take that in meter. So we have 42.2 centimeter. So it is 0.4422 meter. Then 0.374 meter. Then 339. Then we have 0.311, and then we have 28.4 centimeter. Then velocity V is equal to n into lambda. So we have n, we have lambda. So let us take multiplication. So 800 into 0.422, we will get this as 337.6 meter per second. Then 900 into 0.374, we will get here 336.6. Now here 1000 into 0.339, you will get 339.0. Then 1100 into 0.311, we get here it is 342.1, and then 1200 into 0.284, we get here 340.8. So these are 5 readings. Add all these 5 readings and divide it by 5. We will get average velocity. So average means this V, and then divide by 5, we get average here 339.22 meter per second. This is in meter per second. So this is average velocity. Now V minus V bar means we will take this V and this V bar, then this V and V bar, and so on. So if we take difference 337.6 minus 339.22, we get here minus 1.62. Then we get here minus 2.62 for second one. Now for third one, we get minus 0.22, 339.0 minus 339.22. Then you will get here 2.88 and 1.58. Now we have to take square of this. Square of this means here if we square this minus 1.622, so we will get 2.6244. Then we will get here 6.864. Then we will get 0.484, and then here 2.88, you will get here 8.294, and 1.58 square you will get 2.496, and then take summation of all these. So if we take summation of all these, summation will be 20.328. Now see here, our average velocity it is 339.22 meter per second. This is velocity of sound in the air for this experimental condition. Now we know velocity of sound changes with temperature also. Sigma is equal to summation Vi minus V bar square, I is equal to 1 to 5 divided by 5. So here it is square root of 20.328 divided by 5, and if we find this, we will get 2.016. its unit is also meter per second. So here result, velocity of sound in air V is equal to, we can write this as 339.22 meter per second, and standard deviation in the measurement of velocity it is 2.016 meter per second. So this is our result. So you may ask different oral questions during your online examinations, like define sound intensity, what is pitch of sound, sound velocity depends on which factors, whether it depends on temperature, density of air, or density of medium through which it is moving. Then define wavelength and frequency of wave, how they are related, relation between velocity, frequency and wavelength. What are functions of amplifier, mic, loudspeaker in circuit, what is phase of oscillation, what is phase difference, and so on. These are some oral questions that can be asked during your examination. So this is about virtual lab experiments. So if you like this experiment, I request you to subscribe my channel and also press like button. Now you will get this virtual experiment when you register on the link given in the description box of the video. So register on the link. on the link given in the description box. Then this virtual lab experiment will be mailed to you. You can perform this experiment on your computer. Okay, so thanks very much. Thanks again.